everyone, Dylan here for PE Fish Friends Beyond the Water, and today's video is going to be a little different than it usually is. It's going to be more me talking than any video because I forgot the GoPro last trip. We had such a good trip and I completely forgot the GoPro, and it's too good of a story for me not to tell and for me not to show the pictures for. So here it is, and I hope you enjoy. So every year I like to take a few trips at night for some big crappie bulking up for the spawn. I like to get out there an hour or two before dark and scan the area for some bait fish and some plankton and set up and let the light soak for a couple hours. We went to the first bridge like usual, and I usually like the left side of the bridge, but for some reason that day there were so many people along the handicap pier, and there was a boat right next to the one pillar I like to fish on, so we decided to use the right side. So I'm trolling along and I get to the steep drop off at the corner of the ripraps, and the sonar just lights up, and these fish were really hugging the bottom, so I thought they were yellow perch at first. So we turn the boat back around and we come back through again. The fish are still there, just stacked up right on the bottom, real tight to the bottom. I thought they were yellow perch. So we started doing some vertical jigging. When I vertical jig, I like to use this setup. I like to use a 6.6 denali rod. Then I use 4-pound vicious test and have a barrel swivel up top here to stop the line from twisting when vertical jigging deep water. Then I use an 80th ounce jig with a Bo Bauer's 80th ounce jig with a contraband money minnow, and then I use a Bo Bauer's 20th ounce jig with a T-shad from Natural Forage. Now all these baits are scented with kicking bass fish attractants. What I like about this presentation is I get the bait down there fast, and I still have kind of like a finesse presentation for the backup. It depends. I usually flip a coin whether the fish want the small bait or the big bait, but today they wanted the big bait. So after fishing it for a couple minutes, I soon realized it was more than just yellow perch there. The first fish I caught other than yellow perch was a crappie. He was really sporting his tuxedo colors. He was real dark black color, and here's a picture of him right here. Then Charlie started setting the world on fire. He was reeling fish after fish after fish, like this nice crappie he caught in this picture. Then he hooked into a monster fish. This fish was peeling his line, going crazy. We weren't sure what it is until he brought it to the side of the boat, and here was a monster rock bass. This rock bass would have been a lake record, but every time I catch a decent sized rock bass, I always think the lake record's like 13 inches. It's only ever 10 inches. And this fish was easily pushing 11 inches. But he was really used to swimming the other day and get bigger. Tyler also was starting to catch fish, and he caught this nice crappie like in this picture right here. As the night fell, I set up the boat and dropped the green light and let it soak for a little bit, and that picture looks like this. Soon the bait fish started arriving and the crappie started showing up as well. I caught this fat girl in this picture. And Charlie even doubled up like this picture. The bite died pretty quickly. It was an unusual night. It usually take around longer than they did. But we had a great night, and we ended it around 10:30. Like I said, it was a great night and day bite, and it was too great not to tell a story about. We all three had a blast. We all three caught tons of fish. The crappie were there. The yellow perch were there. The yellow perch were on the small side. It was a lot of fingerlings, I guess you could say, around about 6-7 inches. Nothing big at all. But we had a blast regardless. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for all the love and support.
This video is brought to you by Moses Family Jerky. Take homemade anywhere. Kickin' bass fish attractants. Just use it. Bow tie jigs. Great baits equal big fish. Denali rods. Tournament tested, tournament tough. Woo tungsten. Fishing is a contact sport. Amphibia eyegear, because Earth is mostly water. Bill Foster LLC. Natural Forage baits. Relax, breathe, fish natural. Vicious fishing. Get vicious. Contraband baits. Only micro baits slab certified. And WE Sell Sporting Goods.